Hey there! Welcome back to another episode of BerlinCraft. Today we're over here at Dusty Hills because last episode I had said I recorded an episode, I failed an episode, it was at Dusty Hills. I don't know if I'll show it in this episode or the next episode we're at Dusty Hills. And here is the build. So I did tear down the original build we did for that episode because I thought, well hey, might as well actually make it an episode. It's a pretty big building, it sort of stands out from the rest since it's a different shape. But today we're going to be making a tailor's building, and I don't think I have enough half slabs, but we can try, we can start. So take your half slabs and create a lip at the very start like you do for some of the other things in the town if you've been following along. Some things have the sort of same lip to them. Then come over here up top and slowly but gradually bring it up, so you are slowly making a slope just like this until you reach the back wall where it should stop on a half block. If it doesn't stop on half block, your front two little pillars, or front four little pillars, are out just a little bit too far. They are supposed to be a 2-block gap in between from there to the front ones. So do that, and then you should be good. So we have that, we have our little railing, we have our little starter thing, right? But we want to take these away, and then come up to the top. Oh, there goes my axe. I'll have to grab a new one in a second. So we come up here, and then for the top pillars, every block above the top pillar gets an extra half slab. That's also sort of why I took this out, so we can have an easier way of viewing where these go. So boom, 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 boom. Here doesn't actually get one, but there should be a little half slab right there, and then right there should be a upside down stair, which we do have some. Good thing I didn't think I actually grabbed them. Upside down stairs go there, and then back up you just one more half slab on top of the stairs, and there you go. You have a nice little detailed roof that can sit right there and be the front of the build. Next, we want to grab a couple dark oak logs, wood, whatever you want to call it, and bring a log across here for the entire build on the same level. So one log across there, then another one across here, so on and so forth until the entire build sort of has this one log going across the entire thing. And yes, it does touch the grocery store, whatever store, the community store, whatever you want to call it. Yes, it does touch that. I sort of tried to avoid that, but it was just a little bit too big. It fit in perfectly in this spot. It was just a tiny bit too big, so I said, well, that's okay, we'll sacrifice it a little bit. Then again, take your logs and just bring it across one more time in each of these spots. So then there is a one little wide gap here, except for, I don't have my axe. Do I have an axe here? Okay, 1 second, need to grab an axe. Except for this top bar here. This part doesn't actually have a little top bar like I just previously said. Although, still, every other part of the build does have this top bar that goes straight across. Let's see if we can... Okay, we can't maneuver our way around. That's fine. We'll just make our own way around. Boom! And then up here, boom, boom, boom. And finish it up. So then each of these goes all the way around just like this, except for the main part. This is where a little sign will go, but for the rest of them it just creates a 1-block little thing here. Then we can come down here and grab ourselves our red sandstone, all of it, and our jungle fences, so we can use those for a little bit in a second. Come back up here and bring your red sandstone across like this, and across again. Then what we want to do is take our slabs and some stairs and go slab, slab, stair. So slab, slab, stair, block, 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 and then dark oak slab on the top here, and then take your slabs and bring them all the way across like this, so the top of the build just has a little bit of a half slab lining on the top, like some other builds do, like the build over there, the build there, build there. You know, we just use this a lot because it looks nice and it breaks up the top of the roof a little bit, gives it a little bit less of a flat feeling. So once that's done, we can come down here and view what that looks like, which is a little bit of a sign with a little bit of trim around the building. Then we can come over here to the front and then start filling that up. Fill in the pillars that we actually missed for the doorway. Should go right here and right here. Fill those up for the simple little doorway. Red sandstone and then some red sandstone stairs for the doorway. Simple windows here, 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 and here, just normal little simple windows. Then over here we get a little bit of a longer window going across like this, upside down. If we want to spice it up just a little bit, we'll take some red sandstone and go like this to make it a little bit of a thicker window, like that. Then each of these just jump up there and place them where the windows are, so there, and then there would be another pillar here and here, so fill those up. Then like that. That would be no color, and this would be a no window, no color, no window, like that, and then this one also would probably not be one. You can open this up completely and make it one longer window, but I sort of decided against that. Plain window here, then an upside down weird window here, so upside down, and then some full blocks, and upside down, just to break it up a little bit. Over here, we can do another super long sort of window, except we'll go like this, with full blocks on both sides, upside down here. Or no, actually, let's go right side up for these ones. Right side up, upside down, then jump, and jump, window, no window, and then right here, actual normal window. We're out of stairs, no problemo. Run over here, make ourselves some more stairs, then come back, and plop. So then this window, I wasn't exactly sure what I wanted to do with this window, so we'll just make it a sort of big window, big sort of skinny window, then jump and jump. Then we can come all the way up here to the top and take our jungle planks or jungle fences and slowly just start filling them in wherever applicable. So every window should get its fair share of jungle fences for the actual window. So here, all of the windows just get filled with these jungle wood planks or fences. My bad, wrong word. So then just fill all of them up and you should have a pretty nice looking window set. We might not actually have enough fences here to do everything. Let's hope. Maybe we can squeeze it in. It's going to be a little close, like this, and then like this for this last window. Finished it up with 11. That's good enough for me. Come around front. We can add the door here, but we'll add the door in a minute. Then we want to take up the floor and replace all of this terrible looking normal clay with a nice birch wood plank. And then we can take more slabs and slowly but surely fill up this little portion here, so we get ourselves a floor to walk on for an attic if we so choose, and then do the same thing just above. Once we get this little floor done here, we do the same thing above, just a half slab under the little dark oak edge we did. So then we have a walkable attic, but it's very, very cramped, so I don't know how pleasing that's actually going to be. So we can come back up here to the very tippity top and break on through here. Why not? Oh, hello, there we go. Nope, still not letting me through, huh? There you go. Red sandstone there, and then we fill it up like this, and then, oh, maybe, no, yeah, we still get to stand underneath of it. It looked like we weren't going to be able to, so then just fill up this portion with your half slabs, and then you should actually be set to go, because that is pretty much the entire build, other than the interior decoration. Now, I recently tried to start doing the interior decoration in the actual episode instead of one episode of mass interior decoration, but I don't exactly know what would fit in this building. You can do a loom because it's a tailor. You can add some like armors and stuff like leather armor, but that's not exactly like a actual tailor. That would be more like a leather worker. So I'm not exactly sure what we can do in this build to fill it in to make sure that it looks proper, it looks good, right? So I don't know what we can do for the interior to make it look like it's an actual tailor, but that's the build. And if you want to add a little bit of pizzazz to make it less of a box, come over to each edge and just make these little stick out things. I actually really like using these, if you haven't already figured out. Really like using these because they usually fit in with the theme over here, and it just makes it look a little bit less like a box. And then we have just a tiny little bit more on the outside to do with some sandstone half slabs. I was about to say cobblestone half slabs. That would be wrong. Okay, down here down here, once again, just make all of these into some nice slabs, and come along here to every single window, and just place these slabs just above the window, just like this, and then we can grab some fences in a second, since we're running low here, go like this, so just above each of these, little bit of a little edge, just like this, makes it pop out just a little bit more, and on each of these, then we can take our, I keep misplacing this. Thank you. Then we can take our jungle fences and just go like this. Add a little bit of a pop. None here, because if we place them here, they go like this. It looks a little bit weird. So we'll just leave those like that. But here and here, those can get placed. There and there, those can get placed. And then we have ourselves a pretty nice, non-box looking tailor shop for people to bring in their clothes and such. So I'm not really sure what we can do to add the inside end. We need to get rid of my scaffolding. I'm not really sure what we can do to the inside to make it look more like a tailor. I'm not really sure what tailors have in there. It's usually just a whole bunch of fabric. So maybe if we have a bunch of wool in these chests over here, we can sort of have a pile of wool. Nothing really looks like a loom, right? Nothing really looks like a loom in-game. So that'd be a questionable choice, trying to make what a loom looks like, but just like piles of wool and maybe some armor laying around, but again, that's not really tailor, that's not really normal clothes, that's armor, and that's a leather worker's job, so I'm not really sure what to put into it, but I like the build. It looks very, very good. It stands out from the rest. It has a different shape. It could do with not touching the general store that closely, but what am I going to do about it? It fit in perfectly. It didn't touch the gallows, but I sort of said to myself, okay, well, this can fit in here. I don't really mind. Here's a good question, though. I've been trying to figure out this. What should I put in this area? It has to be something pretty small, and I don't want it to be another horse stable. What can I put in this area that would make sense? Something sort of small. So yeah, what do you think I can place there that would make sense? That would be small enough, but it like wouldn't look weird in the middle of here. And another little question. Do these three orange buildings look too similar? Do they look too much like the same building? Now this one, you can say, okay, well, it has a different shape. This one has a little bit of a different roof. That one has definitely a different roof. But they're all sort of boxes with the same window thing and the same window styles. So do they look the same? Should I be trying to change it up a little bit more with the window styles? I just don't want the town to look like really similar and really like samey and every building like looks the same. So I'm trying to figure that out. So maybe if you guys could answer that, if you feel like answering that would be much appreciated. But with any buildy episode that isn't a talkie episode or a redstone episode, that is the end of the episode. We finished the build. I will come back and do the interior later when I actually figure out what I can do for the interior of this build. But let me know your thoughts on the questions and the build, if you like it, if it looks too similar, and what I can put into this area. So, thanks so much for watching. I will hopefully see you in the next episode and video. Remember, stay fancy, and peace out. Bye-bye.